Hi, I'm Esther Salami, and you're welcome to Thursday Special, an entertainment program that keeps you in the know with a spotlight feature that will inform, inspire, and entertain. Our guest for today is Mr. Michael Onoja, a filmographer, a photographer, and a team member of Encyc Media. Together with his team, they have produced several remarkable videos across Nigeria.
Good morning, Mr. Michael Onoja. It's indeed a pleasure to have you here. Um, your company, Encyc Media, has done remarkably well since its inception. And I would like to ask, what's the key thing that has helped your organization the most?
Good morning, Ms. Esther Salami. It's basically teamwork because you don't really get to achieve a lot if you try to do everything just by yourself. You need a team by your side. A popular quote says teamwork makes the dream work. So,
Yeah.
like the video you made reference to, I I wasn't around when the video was made. Like I wasn't in Abuja, but then those who were here were able to carry out the activity, and it's not it's at times you have to push yourself. You may not be called to do it, it may not come directly to you, but if you don't show yourself and you keep yourself in one limited space, one limited corner, you only have it's only you that will have the idea or the knowledge that I can do this thing. But if you don't actually go out to do it, you won't even have a full conviction that you are able to do it, and other people too won't believe in you. So you must first believe in yourself, have the confidence. There's one thing about confidence. You may not have you may not have the full skills yet. Skill set matters, but even if you don't have it, because this space is a continual learning space, you have to keep deepening your understanding about the field. But there's no height where you get to and then you say I've attained it or I've gotten 100%. So it's now I can
Yeah.
take some risks or pull myself out or go to do something. When you just have to aside the skills you are building, you should not just build skills and that's all you're building. You should build the confidence alongside. Because if you don't have the confidence in yourself, nobody will trust
Yeah.
anything into your hands. Nobody will believe that. Imagine going to tell somebody that I can make a video for you that you will love, that will make your brand to stand out, and while you're saying it, you're probably stammering or not being able to look at the person to say it well, or maybe you're looking at the ground and you're even confused. No, confidence
Yeah.
stands out, and those who are confident actually do more than the skilled. You see a lot of people out there who are really making it big. They're not they're not really where they are because of everything that they know, but because of how they put themselves out for people to see them. People, the ones who show themselves the most, um who come out the most, who do not hide themselves, are usually seen as the competent and the best at it. So confidence really helps, and then teamwork. Always don't try to we don't try to take everything on ourselves alone, like one person trying to handle everything. There's room for everybody to try out what they can do to improve on themselves, because if one doesn't
Yeah.
try, you don't really know where an improvement is needed and all of that. So that's what has helped us. So it's not like there's a magic behind it. And even for those who are aspiring to whose level was still aspiring to get to, we've studied them and we've seen that there's not really a magic to these things. We have the blessing on us. We know they have the blessing, but now it's about you putting in the work and being consistent about it.
The team, your driving force. Is it that, oh, videography is profitable, that's why you're in this niche, or is there something else that drives you to show up on the job every day?
Okay. To me, it's not the profit is part of it, but that's not all of it. Because I actually grew up in the media space. I've been in the space for um, I can't say how long, because I can't tell when exactly I joined through the church media, not joining by myself when my mom put me there, and that's been years ago. I think before I even turned 10. So that should be that should be like something of about 15 years now, I guess. So I would say, to me, it's a part of me now. It's not something I I was in the media for a very long time, not thinking about any profit I could get from it. It was going further, growing up, and seeing what other people were doing. That we now had the idea that okay, these things that we've learned are things that people are actually using, are actually earning a living from, building a source of income from, and can have their life built on. So it's not like I grew up or I joined the media team because I saw some people maybe making a lot of money by being able to handle the camera. No, it's a personal passion. It's a personal
Yeah.
passion because we've handled a lot of things without requiring any pay, any profits, just because.
Really? In Nigeria? That's hard to believe.
Yeah, sometimes even though you really really need that profit from it, just because it's a part of you, you wouldn't just want to
Yeah.
sit back and then allow things just slide. Maybe you know there's an area where you can come in, but then you are saying these people did not pay you, so you're not going to. At times it's not about that. You just decide um to contribute with what you have, with what you know, with what you've acquired, and it's actually a way of living an impact. It's a way of living
Yeah.
an impact because the media space is also a mountain of influence. So it's not just a place where we play around with gadgets. It's a
Yeah.
very strategic space, and it's a privilege for us to have learned things that we've learned and to know the things that we know. So when now we have more understanding and we know that we should be looking to being profitable from it, or even when the profit doesn't come, we don't put it as the priority.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put the impact that can come from it as the priority to why we do what we do.
Okay. So where do you, as a company, see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, we see ourselves as a group that will be helping a lot of brands to stand out, to get their. So, one thing about many people is that, or let's say many people in this part of the world, is that they haven't really harnessed the power of the
Mhm.
media. And that's the part that the globe is turning to right now. A lot of things are already gravitating towards that. No matter your industry, you must be able to utilize the media for you to make tangible progress. So we see
True.
ourselves as that team that will be able to help those who are not really aware to become aware of why they need to get what they do out through the media, and for us to be that agency that can make it happen for them.
Speaking of your working process or your work process, are there filming jobs you've rejected, and what were the reasons, behind not taking them or accepting them?
Okay, yes, I've rejected several jobs. I reject jobs when they don't align with my personality, or my personality and my principles. As as someone in this space, I don't just do anything that comes because it comes my way. No, I have principles that are guiding me because of how I grew up and where I find myself, because of my faith and a whole lot of other things. So I consider all these factors before taking something. There are people who can shoot any kind of video for anybody. They call to do any
Yeah.
music video and they will go and do it. But I won't just accept any kind of contract. I will look at it as something that has to align with my own conviction, with my own faith. I wouldn't judge the project to be bad, but if it's not part of, or it doesn't align with my personal conviction or consecration, I won't take it. And then if the person or if the client does not really understand the value of it, I would also choose to stay away from such a project, because there are people who think that
Yeah.
they don't really see the value in it. They just see it as something being done for fun. I wouldn't want someone to see me as a person who doesn't have any other thing to do with his time. So he just
Mm.
picked up the camera and started pressing the button. No, it means you're not seeing the value in what I'm doing. So if someone doesn't see the value, and when they don't see the value, they won't pay you what you deserve from that. So the person seeing the value, and then the project aligning with my conviction and consecration is a reason why I would turn down some projects.
So my next question is actually from a statement. If filmographer I know once said, and he said that the best camera in the world is the one you can afford. So I would like to know your thoughts on that. What do you think about this statement?
Yes, that's a true statement, because your productivity is not dependent on what you have. It's not dependent on the gear you have or the quality of the equipment before you or the price of the equipment. It's not about the most expensive equipment. It's about you being able to use what you have per time. You can use the phone to do something that's better than what someone else is doing with a camera. So it's not really about the device. Devices are good if you understand them well, if you know the value of those devices and what you can get to achieve with them. But that does not define the entire space or should that doesn't determine what can come out of what you can do. It's all here. It's all in your mind. It's all in your ability to be creative with whatever you have. I did a lot of things with phones, mobile phones while I was still in school. I did videos for some companies around the school. I would go and meet them, and I won't tell them I'm going to use the phone for it, but I don't you don't even have to really explain the kind of gadgets you are using to your clients, because they don't know about you just have to assume that they don't know about these things. What you are telling them is the value that is going to come from what you are making for them. So it's more about being creative and bringing value out of what you have.
What's one common misconception people have of videographers or videography?
I think a common misconception of videographers is seeing one as an all-knowing person, like seeing a videographer as the person who should also be a gaffer, which is someone who handles lights, or the audio person, or the space has a lot of room. There are a lot of people who should be involved in a team to make something work. But then when you start to see only the videographer as the person who should be able to do this and that and that and that and every other thing, then it's one conception of the person. It hinders a person's focus, because as a videographer, you should be able to focus on your own art and deliver well at it. But when you're trying to be the person everywhere doing everything, that can make your focus to be in so many things that you may not really be seen as an expert. You may be good, but not seen as the expert in a particular thing. But although it is good for a videographer to learn, let's say, about everything, know a bit about every part of the industry, but as an expert in a particular thing.
Thank you so much. And so finally, I would like to ask for your advice to aspiring videographers. If you could tell them something, what would that be?
Okay. If they haven't started, the best time to start is now. There's not really a best time. There's not a time where you would have everything you need, because some people think they can't take any step because they don't have a camera yet, or because they don't have this kind of camera or some certain equipment. So you don't need all of that. Start with whatever you have. If you don't have access to it physically, maybe you're not in a space where you can access those things physically. So watch videos online, keep learning about it till you can get your hands on one. And then these days, there are lots of opportunities. So people have to be open to see these opportunities. Last year, I took an internship. The internship came to me because I got the information from somebody. So when people scroll on social media, they should have a purpose for being there. Have a phone just goes on. They should not just be scrolling on social media just to see things that make them laugh, or see things that while they wait time, even if there are things that on social media that have to make you laugh. But they should be on social media to get inspiration and to get information, to get valuable information. They're going to see a lot of opportunities that they can take advantage of. Internships, volunteer opportunities. When you don't have access to your own personal equipment or all of those things, those are opportunities that they should take advantage of. An internship can really, really help a lot. It went a long way in my own life to help me understand a lot of things in videography and cinematography. So that's one thing I would advise people to do. And another thing is continuous learning. There is no 100% experts in this space. I have not seen one person that can say, I know everything about this. No, you just have to keep learning and learning and learning. And there were people who were doing these things before now, who were holding cameras, in the generations of our fathers. But that's what we are doing now, and are like, how did you people transition from from what we were doing to what you people are doing now? How are you people able to use all these things? So you have to keep evolving, you have to keep understanding, or else when this generation gets older, you look at the generation coming up and see some things that they are doing, and you'll be wondering how are they able to do these things. Advancements are being made every day, every passing day. New advancements are coming, new trends are coming. Be ready to learn, to unlearn, to relearn. New equipment are going to come. Today you see a camera that is big. Okay, you understand. Is this camera big for a reason? Is there value for it being big? Okay, is this something I need to use? Is this something that's going to help me in my own space? If it is, then let me learn how to use this. Another time you can see something smaller. It's very, very small, but it's going to be of more value to you than that very gigantic thing. So everything has its own value. We have to understand the value of everything we have before us and know how to use them. Well, if anyone should stop learning in this space, I can say this: you're in a bit of trouble, because people will leave you behind before you even think about it.
Thank you so much. See, at this rate, I feel like going into videography. Like, I'm charged. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael Onoja. It was indeed a pleasure having you here. Thank you for your insights.
To be honest, I really appreciate it.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode as much as I did. Be sure to go to the comment section and tell me what you think about videography. Are you willing to give it a try, or it's a no-no for you? I will see you next week. First, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like and share this video with your friends and your family. Bye-bye.